Hi, this is Lyman Habli aka Ibile. I'm an SAP consultant. I'm here today to talk about how to create an AP recurring transaction in SAP Business One. A recurring transaction is the document created for a repetitive transaction. It's a document created for a transaction that we regularly carry out. Maybe a payment we regularly make, maybe monthly, weekly, quarterly, or yearly. So instead of us to now be creating the documents each time we want to make the payments, we can create a particular template whereby the document will be created automatically when it's time to be uh, created by a just click of execution. So the purpose of this application is to save our time on repetitive data entry and to also speed up payments. So I'm going to log into SAP Business One now so that we see how recurring transaction is created. So let me share my screen now, then we get started. Okay, to create a recurring transaction, we are going to start by uh, creating a template. So we click on modules, purchase, AP, then recurring transaction template. So so let's say we are okay. Let's say the transaction is taking place from today till next year, till middle of next year. Let's say uh, uh, May, May 31st May of next year. Then also the valid dates May 31st May of next year. So we choose a vendor here. Let's say we choose Lasacom. Okay. Okay, Lasacom. Let's say we choose Lasacom. Okay, it's there. It's okay. Then the vendor group, which group does the vendor belong? Let's say it's a supplier. So then we choose the documents that we are trying to create, which is going to be a recurring documents. So we choose the documents here. We are trying to create an AP invoice. So we choose AP invoice here. Then we now click updates. Okay. So the template is created. So the next thing is the next thing is so we are creating an invoice. Say invoice 00SA001. Just give the template name. So then we select the document we are creating, which is an AP invoice. Then the document number. So we are going to create the invoice now by clicking here. We choose new. So new. So the customer name is Lasacom. I mean the vendor name is Lasacom. So we choose Lasacom. Then the next thing is we input the posting date. Posting date, let's make it 11. Then also due date 11th of December. Then which service the customer is rendering us. Is he supplying us goods or is rendering us service? let's say the customer supplied, or I mean the vendor supplies or JB Office Print 1186. So let's say it supplies us 100 copies and the price per unit is 75. So the total payment is 7,500 GBP. So let's say it's VAT it's there's a VAT exempt. Let's say there is no tax included. So the regular payments invoice amount is 7,500. So the next thing is we are going to add these documents, meaning that every month we'll be having these documents to be prepared for this particular vendor. So we had the documents. So now the document number is created already. So the document number is 730. So the next thing is we are going to choose the interval. Is it monthly or daily or weekly? So let's make it weekly. So we are making these payments. Okay, let's make it monthly. So we are making these payments monthly, and the recurring date is we are making it. Let's make it. We are making it. Let's say we are making the payments the every first of the month. I mean, in the first of every month. I mean, on the first day of every month. Then the start date is we are starting by 11th of December. So the next execution date is now on the 1st of next year, January. So the validity date is, we can now put the date here. We put the date to be the middle of next year, which is May, 31st of May. That's when this transaction will end. So the next thing is we're now going to update the documents. Okay, 2025, yeah. May 2025. Yeah. So the next thing is we now update the documents. Okay, the template code is now unique. Okay, I think there is an existing one. Okay, let's say two. Okay, so now we now update, click on update. Yeah, the document is updated now. So the next thing now is when it's time for this document to be created, I mean the next execution date, we now go to the recurring transaction. There, on the recurring transaction interface, we'll be seeing the document to be executed like the other ones here. But for the fact that the next execution date is not yet arrived, that's why we are not seeing the document here. So if the document happens to be among this one, the next thing we are going to do, we are just going to click on the document, then we now click on execute like this. So automatically the document is created. As I click on this one here, the number 3 here, and I click on execute, so I was able to see this document is created automatically. So it's created, generated an AR invoice. As for the AP invoice, we created a recurring transaction recurring template for. So the execution date is not yet arrived. So this is where we are going to see the information, the documents, when it is the next execution date. But for us to be able to see the document, we are going to enable some settings. We go to by going to modules, administration, system initialization, general settings. So on the general setting, we have different tabs. We have BP, business partner, budget, service, display, and so on the service tab, we are going to enable all this one: display, recurring transaction and execution, send alerts for activity schedule, display inbox, when new message arrive, display workplace when new message arrive. So we are going to enable all this for us to see the documents displayed here. So on the next execution days, we are not going to see the message popping up from this side, from this message slash alerts. So this is where the message will pop up from. So the message will lie here. From there, we now click on the message. So the document will automatically open. So that's the end of how to create a recurring AP recurring transaction in SAP Business One. So that will be the end of the class. Thank you for the time and okay. And I think in the next class we are going to talk about how to create uh, a recurring transaction on account receivables, AR recurring transactions. So we are going to talk about that in the next class. So thank you for your time. I still remain Sulaiman Abdulhamid, aka Bile. So thank you.